Okay, so you personally, you played on how many teams total?
4.
4 teams. Did you ever mess around with any of the staff, cheerleaders?
Cheerleaders, yeah.
Cheerleaders. Is that considered okay? Or did it have to be done on the low because there's repercussions? Because I know that, okay, listen, because I've talked to other NBA players. Certain teams, they don't give a shit. Other teams, it's a no-no. It all depends on that organization.
No, it's a no-no for who? The cheerleaders?
Well,
what are they going to do to us? I'm making $20 million. What are you going to do? No player has been fined because he's talking to a cheerleader.
Okay, so that's just considered whatever.
Yes, that is not
okay
because you got they're hired. They're
contractors.
They're contractors.
They're not even employees.
No, they're not employees. So
okay,
it's one of those things.
They do that on purpose. I wonder if that's an on purpose thing. Like, they got to be contractors because the players go fuck them, and we can't.
We don't want you sleeping with a player because it's not a real thing. You think? Hold on. Let's just be honest here. You're paying her $200 a game. Come on. If I want to take her out to dinner, you really think she's going to say, oh, no, I want to save my $200? No. Fucking hell yeah. Let's go, Agent Zero.
How often okay, let me ask you a question. How many cheerleaders do you know that have gotten pregnant by NBA players of the same team? Well, you got to count it out in your head. Okay.
No, I'm trying to think. I haven't really heard many stories because usually it's one of those things where
we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, they're just going to go out of the way. It's a cheerleader. That's what.
Oh, we're going to get killed in the comments. Okay. All right. So this is a normal thing.
What do we?
Right. And it only really gets dicey if you start sleeping with executive wives. And
first of all, there's only a few teams that got good enough cheerleaders that you want to take serious. You got Miami,
Lakers,
Atlanta. Back at Laker girls, horrible.
Oh, these days are horrible?
I haven't seen the new ones, but Lakers girl there's some teams that they go after looks, and there's some teams that go after dancing. All right?
Okay.
Laker girls, they can dance. All right? Let's just say that.
Well, they used to be the baddest in the league.
At dancing. No one's calling the time.
Paul Abdul came out of the Lakers.
Listen, no one has. Back when Magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back
that
then,
era. Yeah.
No one's calling a timeout, right? No one's calling a timeout in Utah to look at the dancers. Okay. Miami, you're calling timeouts just to look at the performance. Oh, hold on, y'all. Timeout. Let's look. That's a thing, so Atlanta had good ones, you had, Miami, there's, Dallas, there was a point where none of those girls can dance, It
didn't matter.
No, it didn't. It was they look good. They can't dance for shit.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So basically this is not a big deal in the NBA.
No.
Okay.